The primary benefit is going to be one of cost savings. I think there's definitely a security assurance business case to be had as well. But if you look at the whole problem at hand of just assuming that you're even doing the configuration properly, just providing assurance that you're doing it, you need to go through and check all of these settings. And so if I even just take like a single web server, the DISA STIG for Apache, for example, has, I think, something around 400 configuration settings. So that's 400 settings on one server. And if you're a large organization, multiply that by thousands of servers potentially, you can be looking at millions of configuration checks that have to be performed in order to report on this. And so those millions of checks, if you don't have any form of automation, you're going to have people, sysadmins, logging into the system and checking each and every one of those settings. And it's a huge laborious task. Most organizations implement some form of automation. There's a lot of the configuration checks themselves can be performed by things like vulnerability scan tools, Nessus, Tripwire, that sort of thing. They have the ability to go out and check that that all of these settings are done correctly. But one of the challenges is that they actually can't do all of the checks. And so if you look at these millions of checks that somebody needs to perform, they may still end up with hundreds of thousands of them that the system can't in fact automate. And so it requires people to actually go in and perform those checks. So one of the big problems is even just knowing, what do I need to get the people to do? And so if we look at, a good way of solving this is to provide some kind of system that's able to keep track of all of the checks, not just the automated, not just the manual checks, but the combination of the two, so that as the organization evolves how its checks are done, it can, on a very routine basis, give its employees, the few that they need to do, give its employees the right manual checks to perform. So if we look at the whole audit and reporting cycle, this is normally done on either a quarterly or semi-annual basis. And so what it tends to do is it tends to cause a spike in workload around those reporting cycles, where you might have to take a few or maybe a few dozen or more people and divert their efforts from their normal day-to-day jobs to performing this kind of audit and reporting cycle. So it can be very disruptive to an organization to have to divert those people, go collect all of that information, compile the big reporting package to deliver to CMS, the overseeing agency, and then go back to your regular day-to-day jobs. So there's a work effort requirement as well as a work disruption that occurs. So I think it's got many good benefits come from putting automation in place. It allows you to smooth the work out over a longer period of time. It also allows you to be efficient and really only do the manual work that you need to do. You can't eliminate it completely, but you can minimize it.